Hello and welcome back to another episode of Frosthaven. I am back from my holidays and I know it's been a while. Yeah, I've got some time now to play more Frosthaven. Let me just check everything's set up correctly because it has been a little while. So, in the last video I did the Blinkblade solo mission. There was a slight mistake in one of the rounds where I took the right initiative, but I don't think it would have changed things too much. Yeah, I'm not gonna replay it. So, I have changed the interface a little bit. I've decided to put the elements here. Also, I thought it would be good to have picture-in-picture instead of having the map, but rather have the cards that I'm playing. So yeah, just thought I made some changes to how I set up the interface. Anyways, so I now have a number of choices, but most importantly, most of my characters are about to retire. Bannerspear is definitely close, so is Drifter, so is Blinkblade. So yeah, this should be 120 because it's a prosperity level. And what am I prosperity now? Prosperity 2. Yeah. So it's greed is good is 40 plus 80, 120. Yeah. So everyone's getting pretty close. Okay. What missions then do we want to do? So I probably want to do one more mission and then tackle probably the Crystal Fields mission to its conclusion with my 4 characters before a lot of them retire. So maybe we will continue with Pylon problems, 115. I mean, all of them are difficult now. There are no real easy missions left. I mean, 13 is really hard. I don't think I can actually do it, unfortunately, with these sets of characters and their levels. 115 is hard. 10 is also really hard. I mean, they're all really hard. Let's try 115. So that means we do get a road event. So let's take our... I think we're still in the summer. Yeah, still summer. Let's take our last summer road event. Event 17.
Pushing through a set of spindly trees, you find a beautiful cloak swarmed over with scarabs and insects. It has ornate gold threading and looks quite expensive. But whenever you try to grab it, the insects swarm tighter and ward you off. They're fiercely defensive of it. You're always a bit wary of bugs that appear to be on a mission. This could be a harrower in some state of disorganization. Then again, it could be that someone left candy in a discarded cloak pocket. Option A. Attempt to communicate with the harrower. Option B. Make a more aggressive attempt at grabbing the cloak.
So, this one requires you to have bug in your jar, which we don't anymore since we have empty jar now. So I think we will just grab the cloak here. As much as I would like to have some more interaction with our harrower friends. So let's go option B.
It takes a torch and some chasing, but you manage to retrieve the cloak and brush off the last of the bugs. Looks pretty nice.
Yeah, not too bad. Cloak of Warding. Let's get it. So Cloak of Warding is it's an okay item. It's not like gonna change your life. But Cloak of Warding. But it's a nice upgrade to our Deathwalker's cloak. So I think we'll take it. So what does it do? So when enemy approaches you, you get to push it back. So if it's a melee attacking enemy, then enemy basically just doesn't do anything. It's a one use. So yeah, it's a pretty good upgrade for our Deathwalker here. Okay, so that's road event. Let's set up for scenario 115. Alright, let's have a look at 115 first. So, Pylon problem, 2-pip complexity. The scenario is complete at the end of the 10th round. At the end of that round, read section 33.4. So it is only a 10 round. Let's put a tracker here. It is only a 10 round mission, but it does feel like it lasts a hell of a time. Let's say 10 rounds. Okay, let's read the introduction together before we dissect the scenario. So, Pylon problems. Hopefully no issue with our foreteller narration today.
You're not sure what kind of desperate merchant would want to take this route, but you have to admire the beauty of the place as you hike the pristine wilderness path meant to become a shortcut through the frozen pass. The road is barely wide enough for a single wagon, but Pinter Droman's construction crew has done an admirable job of making the way passable, if still dangerous. At last, you arrive at your destination. The cleared road hugs a tight curve around the base of a cliff, over which hangs a precipitous rocky ledge that threatens to collapse on any traveler foolhardy enough to pass underneath. Droman sent you here to protect his crew's work. A half-dozen or so metal pylons that stretch up from the ground to support the ledge and make the road passable. You understand now why the Tinkerer sent you. It's clear that losing any of the rickety structures could trigger a collapse that would require weeks to dig out. You're meant to repel any attack by a local group of Ulgok's raiders, the Horns of Ruin, who have taken offense to the new highway cutting through the mountains. You don't have to wait long. As the rest of the area comes into view, a group of Ulgoks appear from around the cliff base, equipped for both combat and demolition. It seems their goal is to make the road impassable for the traveling merchants that Sather says are Frosthaven's lifeline in the summertime. You draw your weapons. It's time to teach the Ulgoks how to share the road.
There we go. Some more Ulgokses. Special rules. Every ice pillar has L plus 3 hit points, which I think the game calculates for us correctly. Yeah, 10. They are enemies to both you and all monsters. So unlike the last time we did this with the bombs, the monsters are also focusing on them if there's one close to them. All character summons cannot focus on ice pillars. That's good to know. Whenever any ice pillar will be destroyed, it is instead replaced with rubble, and all figures and the adjacent hexes suffer trap damage. And trap damage is 9. If all 7 ice pillars have been replaced, the scenario is lost. At the start of each listed round, spawn the following monsters at the listed locations based on character count. Round 5 and round 8 we spawn enemies. So let's make a mark. So round 5. And round 8, just so we have some reminder for us on when the spawns will happen. Okay, so what's going on in this scenario? So there are only 10 rounds, but 10 rounds feels long and short at the same time because how much is going on here. There are our usual Ulgok's guards, there are our usual imps, and then there are these guys, which I think we're seeing for the first time, the snow speakers. They can't be brittled, they push when they attack you, they hit very very hard, and they have 3 retaliate at range 5. So other than Deathwalker, almost nobody can hit them without getting retaliated, and they hurt. There are only, as it says here, where does it say? If all 7 ice pillars have been replaced, the scenario is lost, and the game conveniently gives you the rubbles to count it. There are only 6 rubbles, so if all 7 ice pillars are gone, the game's lost. Because the enemies focus on the ice pillars, the game actually goes from using the ice pillar to kill people to protecting the ice pillar very, very quickly. They're very fragile, especially with these guys. One hit can almost take down one of them. You do want to use them strategically to deal damage, but at the same time you want to protect them. I found in the past protecting the outer ones is almost impossible since you start here and there's just so much to get through to get there. It is probably much easier to protect like this quadrant if possible. What else? Also that the way that enemies spawn, because you're spawning at each A and B, 1 elite Algox guard, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4. You're spawning 4 guards on round 5. Because there can only ever be 6 guards at a time, killing these 3 is actually bad for you in this game. You actually don't want to kill them. You want to save these 3 so you block a spawn, which would be very good because then you're spawning here, here, and there. So you keep the Algox guards, these 2 as further away from this quadrant as possible. You do want to kill the snow speakers quickly, and you want to kill this guy quickly, so you can probably protect this pillar or maybe this pillar. We do need a little bit of luck as well in order to hopefully survive this. The reward is good. You have the usual resources plus potentially 3 herbs. Picking up herbs would be really good here. So yeah, not much else to say really. It is a tough scenario, but it is doable. So let's have a look at Banner first. What do we have here? Acrobat, Bastion, and Rambler. I think we're very likely to be doing Acrobat. I'll just put it here. Oh, actually, I can put it here, can't I? That'll be a nice reminder. Lose a card to negate, suffering 5 more damage. I think that's very likely to happen, especially later on as the spawn means we get more and more overwhelmed. Do I want to have shields or extra attack here? I think we're definitely taking the leather armor. I will be... Oh, actually, this needs to lose a -1 card here. So yeah, our deck should just have the -2. Yeah, definitely taking the simple charm. We'll be doing enough damage for that to matter. Yeah, I think the leather armor is a good shout. Do I want Spear of Justice? I think shield is good. Protective Scepter. I wonder how much we're gonna be long resting, to be honest. I think I'll play defensive and take the scepter. I think is probably better than just a regular attack. Especially with renewing potion, allowing me to refresh 2 items. Yeah, I think let's keep it that way. Let's look at cards. Probably don't need set for the charge because we're not going to be removing much really. We'll summon Lumberman right away because the value this Lumberman puts out over time is just too great. Bolstering Shout is a pretty good way to use up wind, and there will be, because these snow speakers use wind and ice, be able to eat their wind is actually a pretty good way to do something here. Disarming's good for obvious reasons. Tip of the Spear. Do I want Tip of the Spear? I think that's questionable. This is good. This is heal. Javelin's decent. Air support is good. Pinning charges are disable. Maybe I don't want this. Maybe I just want the ability to move my guys. So maybe like combine effort. Because yeah, I don't think Bannerspear is going to be moving a whole lot. Bannerspear will mostly be like here-ish. Trying to just steadily put out damage. Resolve Courage could be good for some kind of disable attack. Because yeah, like locking down these guys is generally good. Like, we're not going to be doing that much killing, to be honest. A lot of our work here is just going to be locking stuff down. But without any movement ability, because mostly I'll be using Boldening Blow for the top half. I think taking a little bit of flexible move with combined effort is good. Set for the charge. Yeah, I don't think we'll be diving deep. If we have to dive deep, I think we're in trouble. So I think this is fine. And the equipment's fine. Right, here. Heavy sword for sure. I think we take a shield. And poison dagger, I think, is the right shout here. This is fine. I do need some more potions. Hopefully I grab some herbs in this mission. Assassin, layabout, or pickpocket. I don't really want to perform loot abilities. This is a tough one. Kill enemy before he takes his turn. I think that's gonna be hard unless I'm going on to an imp. And even with the imp is hard because they have like 11 health. So I don't really think that's possible. And objectives can't be killed because they're destroyed. So definitely not assassin. Several fewer experience. I think that's really hard given how much we'll be relying on our tokens here. Or perform a loot ability by standing next to enemy. So that will require me to take Violent Inheritance. Unfortunately, I don't think I'll be able to do my mastery here. Yeah, we're not doing layabout. Maybe then we're doing pickpocket. But am I really taking a loot ability just for that? Questionable. Like, what card would I even want to switch out here? The only card I can possibly think about switching out is Draining Arrows. Just to move 3, conditional rewind, top half, I don't think is super useful. Nah, I think I want to keep all these cards. I mean, I can maybe see taking precision aiming, but nah, I think this is fine. Yeah, we're not really switching anything, so probably not doing pickpocket because I don't have loot card. I just don't think it's worth it taking Violent Inheritance in. I need to move 4. I think having one source of rewind is good. And move 3. Yeah, I think we're just gonna have to ignore that, unfortunately. Pedestrian, Workhorse, or Insomniac. Probably Workhorse. 13 experience, I think, is possible. I think we take Poison Dagger here. I think this is fine, and I think we can probably afford to take Collaboration Trigger here. Amulet of Life is good for healing off the brittle. Maybe I drop Glancing Potion and play by luck here with lucky dice. Yeah, fortunately we're not level 7 yet, so we can't take 4 items into the 4 small items into the fight. Okay, cards. These are all good. Going invisible is good. I think maybe I don't take Drive Recharge here. I take Connected Transfer instead. A bit of push might work out handy here. Prayer Jab is also good. Do I want Power Leak? Like, am I really in a position to Power Leak? I'm not sure. Maybe Blurry Jab is better than Power Leak. The ability to do double 4 attack is kind of good. I just don't know how often I'm going to be in that position, to be honest. Whereas I could get a move 5. on fast. I think we keep Power Leak, right? So I think first turn we like probably move Head Start to here, then move 3 and attack. Seems good to me. And then, yeah, go from there. Yeah, the downside with power leaking is like it's not that useful if you don't ever use the top half. But then what am I taking? Sanding Hourglass? Question mark. Yeah, I do feel like most of Power Leak's probably not that useful, because most of the time we are just going to be attacking a single target in this game and try to kill them off. Maybe Standing the Hourglass is just better. Bit of self-heal. It's kind of good. And a group heal as well. Yeah, ability to expand token, slow initiative. Yeah, alright. I'm convinced that's a good thing to do. Okay, Streamliner, Prepper, no, Opener, questionable. Probably Streamliner then, I try to keep the cards together. And yeah, Deathwalker is gonna be the one doing all sorts of damage here. So probably no Lingering Rot. I don't think we'll be doing a whole bunch of teleporting either. Okay, so what do we want instead? Vengeful Storm for sure. Maybe Wave of Anguish. Maybe Call of Doom. Generates Dark. And I can attack a load of people in the hope of disarming them. Maybe? I don't think Wave of Anguish is good enough here. I do want to get as much experience as possible actually. I'm quite behind on leveling. It would be good to hit level 7. What will give me more EXP? Fluid Knight. Dominate. Call of Doom doesn't give me any XP. Anger of the Dead could give me XP. Putting wound on enemies as well, potentially. Plus it's just a fast initiative card. Maybe that's good enough. Let's take that. Alright, I think that's the setup. I don't think this will come into play much, unfortunately. But we'll see. Alright, starting positions then. Let's have a look. Oops. Yeah, like I said, this mission is quite hard. And what's gonna happen is most of these monsters will focus on the pillar to start off with. I think Drifter can go here, probably tank the first hit from this guy. I think Banner will probably go here then. Then we have maybe Deathwalker here and Blinkblade here. So Blinkblade will go Head Start 1, 2, 3. Should be on 1 token. Head Start go 1, 2, 3. Then 1, 2, 3. Blinkblade's job is just to kill this guy ASAP. So first turn is likely gonna be stab them all. Plus maybe kinetic transfer for the move 3. Yeah. And that'll get us to like basically here. Stab this. We do have boots as well, so we can increase our move right off the get-go. Don't think jump boots is necessary. And then we'll just put poison on heavy blade for the attack. Yeah. Probably drop a white card on the enemy to reduce damage. Okay. Alright, I think that's good enough, so I'll just pause there and then we'll go to the next video. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye.